Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stockminer, Brian Johnson, making professional trading simple. And here we had another big gap down to start the day. Bears thought they were ready to rock and roll. Looked like they were on their way. Not to be. Bulls bought it right back up again. So here we are, back to square one. We did finish down today, but come on. We started the day like 15 points down. I think we're 18 down at one point on the SPX, and now we finished at like down two. Big push at the end of the day. So once again, there's nothing broken from the bull side here. I know it might seem a little bearish because of the action we've seen, but this is I wanted follow through. I want to see these big red bars followed by some confirmation on the whole deal. We got nothing like that. So this big buying coming right back into the market tells me there is no fear in the market. Bulls are not done yet. Once again, one, two, three. This is, I think, just a four before five higher, and that's going to make the end of the week, which is also end of the month, look nice and pretty, which I'm sure is what they're probably shooting for. So keep that in mind pushing forward, but you can see everything coming right back up into some overhead resistance. Here we got above the 20, coming back to the 50. I honestly still have no reason to think that we don't push higher. Yesterday I said that same thing after yesterday's video based on this high base formation. Big gap down, only to come back and close it up. So still, till the markets tell me something different, I am still neutral to bullish in the short term. There will be a larger pullback, I'm sure, coming up. We just have to wait for it. It's going to take a little bit of time to materialize. All right, so here it is. Here's the move up. Look at what we got today. Right back down to the 20-day moving average and right back up. I mentioned that. Love to see it get back below 10,200 or below this 10,196 area if you wanted to look at a more decent swing trade, and couldn't do it. Couldn't hold it. No close below it. Like, what was the low? 10,185. So, it dipped below it, but no nothing, no close, and no confirmation about the Bears here. So we're still in what is just a sideways basing formation. So until it breaks down and gets below this 10, 196, really kind of, I need it to close below 10, 196 for a few candles. Maybe even a couple 60-minute candles, something. Throw me a bone here. Will I? Until then, I'm not going to think too much from the bear side of things. I still think we have a little push up coming, 10.5, and maybe even a little bit above that possible. On a 60-minute, look at this. You can see us pulling back, coming right back up to fill all this area. Where's my next logical area of overhead resistance? The blue line. Yes, we've come back up to this line. The next one would be the blue line. That would make total sense. We might even follow it for a while. Maybe we just kind of push up to it and then follow it along. I'm very curious to see what happens when we get back up to that. But I should say if we get back up to that. But at this point, once again, I don't see. This just looks like a pretty clear 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll see if we can clear that and make this last 5 push up. NDX on a daily, you can see here, same thing, back to the 20-day, bouncing right off that, coming right back up where we were yesterday. So the big dip down and making no difference at all in the market. It's just an opportunity for the bulls to buy at a better price. NDX on a weekly, now you can see us kind of back into this hammer type look, hanging man, whatever you want to call it. We still have one more day to go, but I would suspect we're going to finish right up in this area. So we should put in probably a big doji, maybe dragonfly doji or something by the end of tomorrow. That's once again finishing the week and finishing the month. SPX on a 60-minute, you can see it pulling back. Here was the big dip down today, followed by a huge run up, getting above all of the moving averages, cutting through it like butter. Not even thinking twice. Right back up to the 1105-ish area. Once again, I think maybe we see a pullback and then a push through, but any break above this 1105, I honestly see it hitting 1112 and then 1115. So any pushback above this area would certainly just that would be my next direction. Look for it to hit about 1112 and then 1115. If we do that tomorrow, I might even be tempted to take a very small intraday that's only holding for the day trade to the long side on the markets and see if I can play that up for a few points. I have been against that. But with the strength we saw today, it wasn't necessarily a lot of strength, but enough strength today to tell me that I'm pretty comfortable with the count here, and that would be above 1105, maybe taking us up a little way. So I'll make that assessment tomorrow based on what I see for strength in the morning. Maybe send something out to the subscribers. SPX on a daily, that's just an ugly candle. It's just a big hammer candle. And this means nothing to me right now. This doesn't mean mega bullish. It doesn't mean mega bearish. This just tells me it's just another candle in the midst of a couple of consolidation candles that we've seen here. So there's no, I'm not bullish nor bearish on it. Overall, I'm still neutral to bullish short term, neutral to bearish longer term. So we'll see once again if you want to wait up over 1108, then 1112, then 1115 are your next areas above us on the SPX. From a weekly standpoint, doing the same thing all the other ones are. Look to putting in a little hanging man there. I think that's about where we'll end up tomorrow. On a guess there. VIX on a daily. Fear coming right back out. There's no fear in the market. It continues to bleed out of the market. Little bit of fear comes in and then it bleeds right back out. So now everything's just falling apart down here on the VIX side of things. No reason to think we can't go a little bit lower. Same thing with this, putting in kind of a gravestone doji-ish looking candle down in this point. But, if the markets do continue higher and finish this potential fifth wave, I think we can make it right back to this green line here. That would be my stopping point on the VIX. Apple on a 60-minute, you can see it putting in a little bit of a W shape here, coming right